every year during the summertime, we dread having to spray the fruit trees, but in the fall when those apples are coming on and you don't have any worms, it's a lot of work through the summertime, but in the long run, you're going to be very glad that you did start spraying and sprayed your apples and your pears throughout the summertime. So we've got a lot of different fruit trees here in Cache Valley that definitely need some attention throughout the year, and that's apples and pears need to be sprayed pretty much throughout the summertime when the codling moths start flying. And the target date to start spraying for this year is around the 1st of June, and then depending on what you're spraying with, probably about every 2 to 3 weeks throughout the summertime until about first part of September. And that's for apples and pears. For cherries, as soon as the cherries start to show a little bit of color, as soon as you start to see pink showing up in the cherries, that's when you want to spray your cherries. And that's going to be coming up pretty soon this year because of the way the weather's been. It's been a little bit warmer and things are progressing and maturing a little bit faster than usual. And so definitely watch your cherries. As soon as you see that first hint of pink showing up in the cherries, that's when you want to spray. And usually one application, and then we're picking the cherries after that. So usually we have to do one time. With apples and pears, we've got to do it all summer long. Now there's a lot of different options. You can always use a pump up tank sprayer, but I've got a couple hose end sprayers that make spraying your trees a lot easier. This is a tree sprayer which will shoot about 25 feet into the air. And you put your concentrate inside the sprayer here. So you open this up. There's markings on the back of the sprayer here that will tell you how many gallons of spray you can make. So if, for example, you're using 2 tablespoons per gallon on your concentrate, and we wanted to make 5 gallons, 5 gallons times 2 tablespoons, you put in 10 tablespoons in the bottom of the sprayer. So that would just barely fill the sprayer up down here to the bottom. And then you're going to fill it up with water the rest of the way to the 5-gallon mark. Put your sprayer back together, and put the lid back on, hook it up to the hose, and then when you turn the sprayer on, for every gallon that comes out the tip, it will pull the right amount of concentrate out of the reservoir down here, and it'll mix it properly, and you can spray your trees. And with a sprayer like this, and with the little deflector up there on top, you can actually spray probably about 20-25 feet in the air and get very good coverage with a sprayer like this. So very, very easy to use, and it does a great job. With a sprayer like this one from Fertilome, it's a metal sprayer instead, and you put just your straight concentrate in here. You don't have to mix any water in here at all, and then there's a dial on top that tells you how many tablespoons per gallon you're going to be using, and it just mixes the concentrate automatically right into the sprayer. So if we want to use 4 tablespoons per gallon for a different product, we'd set that dial right there on 4, and then fill it up with the concentrate, and then you can spray, and for every gallon that comes out the tip, it mixes the right amount of concentrate in there. You don't have to mix any water in here. You can adjust it. So this is a very adjustable, very easy to use sprayer, and it's probably my favorite sprayer as well too. Now there's a lot of different products that we can use to try and keep the bugs under control, and to especially the codling moth, and then the cherry fruit fly larvae that get into the cherries. We've got a couple different choices here from Fertilome. Really like the fruit tree spray from Fertilome. It works on diseases as well as on insects. It lasts about 2 weeks, so about every 2 weeks you're spraying. And the nice thing about the fruit tree spray is it's an all natural option for you, and you can spray it and harvest the same day. You just got to wash your fruit off. So very, very safe to use, also very effective. We've had very, very good results with this other Fertilome product. The actual active ingredient here is called spinosad, and the spinosad is a natural bacteria that just kills caterpillars and also the larval stages of a lot of different insects. The spinosad has been very, very effective on fruit trees, especially on the cherry fruit fly maggots. So a really good product. Totally non-toxic for people, but very, very effective on your fruit trees. So we've had great luck with that one. And there's also malathion as well too. We've used malathion and permethrin for fruit tree spraying as well too. And they've been very, very effective at controlling insects for many years. So malathion will do a good job for you as well too. If you've had some problems with scale or with some diseases, we've got 2 things here that you can add to your spray. You can actually mix them right together. The horticultural oil is is just a mineral oil that you can mix in with your other sprays to control scale. We've had very good results controlling San Jose scale and especially spider mites, which we've seen in the apples a lot the last couple of years. So just mixing a little bit of horticultural oil in with your spray will make your summertime spray much more effective, and it's just fine to mix those two together. If you have had some powdery mildew or some rust or some leaf spots on your apples or your pears or any of your fruit trees, the copper soap is a natural and very, very effective way to get those diseases under control. Very safe to use on your plants. You'll see very little burning even in hot temperatures with the copper soap, and it will do just a great job at stopping those diseases and preventing them from showing up as well too, if you've had problems in the past. We've had kind of humid, warmer weather, and so I'm afraid we're going to see a lot of powdery mildew this year. So a little bit of copper soap in with your spray through the summertime would be very effective. So a lot of different options to use to get your insects under control that are attacking your fruit trees, especially your apples and your pears. Make sure you spray those consistently throughout the summer, and you should have great insect-free fruit in the fall.